do this one here, Scar. Okay, so with any Disney villain, usually they have a lot of like points to them. So for Scar, I would still start with a circle, and I would then start with an oval here because that's going to lead down into his. We didn't do Scar, I don't think yet. And I would still split it, so we have a circle, oval, and then I would split it around where the nose is, right? Now with Scar, it's kind of hard to describe the nose, but it's like you're starting to draw a heart a little bit. But instead of connecting it here, you would get to this point and you would start going back up, going around that same spot. And then you would come down to a point here. Actually, that's a little too low. Erase that. Kind of a little bit lower than this point, and then go over here for his nostrils. So think of a heart, but don't connect it here, and then add his nostrils. Actually, those have to be filled in, right? Okay. Now, Scar. Have a line coming down, and have a line coming out, and then down again. And then same right here. A little bit of a line, right? He's not happy. That's a terrible idea. I can't do a Scar. It's tough to do a Scar. Anything but that song. Anything but that. Long live the king. So then I would start coming up. Gotta make this little like shape leading up to his eyes, right? And then at the tip of this little shape that we made, I would start branching this down. And as it gets slightly past his mouth, it'd start with cutting in and then up and then down, like 2 triangles, and then cut this in, kind of like an M, and then bring this up. And then one little more point there. And as it goes back up, it would wrap around his nose. And that's where you add another little line that would lead up. If all that makes sense. Anything but that. Okay. Now, his eye, we're at this point, and his eyes are very sort of pointy. Pointy, but like a regular eye. Something like that. And we'll add sort of like this stroke here, and then a circle, because he's looking off. This is, you can color that in a little bit if you want. His eye is green. And then you would bring a point up for his eyelid, like so. And you do one on this other side. Same sort of thing. Circle in the middle. And there's his eye. Bring this up and over and around. There's his eyelid. Same kind of thing going on here. You could have a point, kind of like the same. And then you're going to bring his eyebrows that are forming down. Same with this side. It's all this sort of down motion and point and spikes. Okay. From here, I would go down to the nose and I would just start making these whiskers. 3, 4, 5. And then on this side, I'd do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5, right? And the other day we were drawing Mufasa. He's got the same sort of thing going on. This forms up. And he's got, you know, his hair or fur. And this will come up and wrap around, but you'll have a point. I gotta go up higher. You'll have the point in the middle. This just starts to form his mane. Like so. So you have another little like M going on up here. We'll put his scar in, which is like a triangle, and it starts forming around his eye. It starts up here and then it kind of cuts in and ends up over here. You kind of want to outline his eye here too on both sides. Fill that in if you want. Same with this side. Something like that. Okay. And his hair, we just got to do this little bit more hair on this side. The rest is just basically his fur or his mane. And he has a triangle. It's his ear poking out, and then on this side as well. The triangle in the middle. You are really bringing him to life. You are just so gifted. Thank you, Jen. Favorite one so far. Thank you. Put his shoulder in here. And then the biggest thing is you just want to have everything like very flowy, but once you start investing in a sketch pad or, you know, a pencil like this, you're not going to be afraid to put any sort of lines on paper. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. If you screw up, it's okay. Grab another sheet of paper. You get 100. You get 200. If you have the desire to draw from my encouragement or whatever it is, you'll draw. You know? So there's my scar.